Hello everyone and welcome back to Designing Crafts with Style. And today we're actually going to be doing a little mini tour of a little console for the entrance of the my dollhouse. And then I'm going to show you another variation that you can do with the same pattern. Okay, so let's get going. Let me get in here and let's get you down. Alrighty, let's see if I can get you, make sure that we watch everything. Just bear with me, I'm here. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, and I'm sorry about that. When it came off, I need to do another one, but this is what we're going to do today. In this cute, okay, this is the back. This is for the entrance. I think it turned out so cute. And this little handle has got a little, you know, I guess you can call it, you know, a pull, I guess you can say. Anyway, I had one there, I was gonna glue it, it fell off from my hands, and believe me, I swept the floor and I couldn't find it, but we'll make one here to kind of show you what I did. Anyway, the drawers do come off, see? And this one too, even though it doesn't have the thing, too. And anyway, so this is what we're going to do. And another variation of the same pattern is a more, you know, casual, this is for the little bathroom. And I think it turned out really, really cute. Again, I kind of gave it a little bit of a shabby kind of look, and I liked it a lot. But it's going to go to, actually it's going to be the vanity. I need to find something to do for the sink, but no problem. And so you got two different ways that you can make the same pattern. Okay, well, let's just get started and I'll show you what we need. We're gonna need, of course, a ruler. We're gonna need the scissors, a pen, a X-Acto knife. I just like those files, you know, when I need to sand or something. It's fantastic. And you're gonna need the pattern, which you know, to draw your pattern and cut it out. And I cut mine out of cardboard. As you can tell, there's not that many pieces. 3 of them for right now, okay? And then once you get that done, you transfer it to a cardboard of your choice. Now this one here, that we're doing today, can you tell the little ridges in there? But it's very thin, but also it's very strong. If you don't use a cardboard like this, and say for instance, let me get down here, see if I can find it. You can use just a cereal box, okay? If you do that, you want to cut 2 of everything to make it, you know, stronger. These 2 were made out of the cereal box, and like I said, whoops, they're pretty strong. But if you can get this kind of board, better, because faster, you don't have to go through, you know, doing the extra process that you would do on this particular one. And I'll tell you what it is as we go along, okay? Once you got your pattern and you transfer to your desired cardboard, then we get started. Now, if you do, like I said, if you use the cereal box, you're gonna have to make 2 of everything. And for the sides, you will have to cut 4, 2 for each side. Then you will glue them together. And as you know, well know that what I use is wood glue. And makes it very strong. It dries pretty fast, so you can work on it, and it's the only thing I do. I mean, you know, so I like it, and that's what I use. If you find something else that you rather, any other, whether it's homemade or something else that you like, go for it, okay? But I would not recommend really to use the glue gun, and I'll tell you why, because after the time it can come off, and I wanted this to stay, okay? So we're doing 1 ply, so we don't have to cut 2 of everything if you decide to go with a little stronger cardboard, okay? It's still thin, but it's more resistant. Let me put this up. I'm gonna tell you whoops, things are just flying everywhere, don't they? Also, you're gonna need some pearls, and I'll tell you what size they are or what you can use, and of course other things. Everything you're gonna use, basically things you have around the house, unless you wanna buy something for it. I had everything to make this particular 2 of the little things, okay? Now, The back. The back is 4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. Okay, so 4 inches long, 1 3/4 this way. This for the back. The front is the same size, with the difference that I cut out the drawers a 1/2 inch from the top, okay, and on the sides, both sides, and in the middle is about 3/8, give or take, and then 3/8 definitely from the edge to the first line of the drawer, and then the drawer is 1.5 long by 1/2 this way, okay? So that's what it is. And this middle one may or may not come to a 3/8, but it's pretty close. And then of course 1/2 inch from the top to the first line of the drawer. And you're gonna have 2 drawers. If you already have a long one, just keep on going to the last line and just, you know, it's simple, folks. It's really, really simple. It's 2 rectangles, and then the size of the drawer or whatever you want to do to it is strictly up to you, okay? So, back, front. Then of course you need the sides, because you need to put it on, you know, something. Because the dollhouses are so small, especially my entrance hall, and I have the door that is right in the middle, I didn't want to make it too deep, you know, so the size, which is would be the depth of the little console thing, is 1 3/4 long by 1 inch, okay? Which will be the same thing, and here from here is 1 3/4. So that will be the same thing, and that's gonna go right in here, all right? And you're gonna be cutting 2 of them. Now, for the bottom part of it, I will show you later what I'm going to do, but if you don't wanna have it this ornate, there is a piece you can cut, and you can do it, it's real easy. You're going to get, let's see, say the front, okay? Get a piece of paper and just draw the front if you want to, or a little bit longer, okay? Say about another inch or 1/2 inch. Then you fold the paper and just draw whatever is it. See, this would be half of it right here. You draw whatever you want to at the bottom. Make sure it's straight on the top, because this is gonna go, if you don't want that ornate, it's gonna go right in here, okay? So either way you wanna do it, it's fine. And I'll show you here in a little, before we get through with this lesson, how I did that. But these are very simple, rectangles, like I said, whoops, excuse me. The drawers are closer to the top than on the bottom, okay? Simple, simple, simple. It's what you make and what you do to it that makes it fun. Alrighty, so let's just get with it here, and we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go also too, by the way, the size is gonna go on top of the back, okay? We don't want it to go the back onto the side. We want the side onto the side of the back. So I'm going to go ahead and put there's a lot of videos, wonderful videos out there. Some of them I don't like because they don't tell you what it is, or I can understand them or something, but the outcome is gorgeous. That's what I put the glue, see? And now the side is gonna go right in here. And the shiny part, which is nice and smooth, I leave that outside, okay? And we're gonna put it in there. Let me just bring it down so that I can put it in there. Just hold it for a sec. It really is not going to, it just gets sticky pretty quick. Just hold it there. Okay. Make sure that on this side they're, you know, flushed. Okay, let's see if it'll stay. Let me go ahead and hold it a little bit while I put the glue on the other end. There we go. And again, we're gonna put the other side with the shiny part outside. you want to take advantage of the shiny part, because that way, there we go. Oops. Now you could do, which I can do real quick, just so we'll hold it together. Just put it on there and just blow it on low on your hair dryer, and it won't take long. And I'm gonna do that. I find sometimes that's easier than trying to get it, you know, although this really usually, you know, dries pretty fast, okay? All right. Unless you make a video and then everything goes to pot, right? Okay, I'm gonna do now this one here. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Now I'll probably put a little more glue inside here in a minute, but you know, this is easy enough to do. Okay, there we go. Make sure that this is nice and straight. There we go. See, we got it together. Now, before we put this piece in here, which by the way, I'm gonna cut the other drawer really quick. And it's, you know, make sure your sector knife is nice and sharp and it won't take very long. Please be very careful. It can slip and hurt you, so please be very careful. And if you're a child, let your parents help you with it, okay? Alrighty, so, but this one is pretty sharp, so it's going pretty fast. Take your time, because sometimes if you go too fast is when things happen, and not sometimes in a good way. Okay? On this one, for me, it going twice pretty much takes care of it. Now you can use chipboard, you can do everything, but this is a recycle. So, you know me, I have to make a recycle. They're so much fun. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna come back here. All right. All right. Okay, there we go. See? Now save this, because now I'm not gonna make the drawers until the very last, for the reason that, you know, when we cut and everything, things are not quite, you know, would fit really good. So I'll show you what you can do, but go ahead and use this for the very front, okay? Okay, and then clean it up. Anything you have in here, just clean it out. Take it out. And pretty much that's it. Okay? And if it's not very even, you know, this one is not very even, I'll make it work anyway. Before I put the front part of it in there, this is how we're going to do. I need a piece that will go straight on the inside of this piece, right flush to the bottom of the drawers. That is, so when you put the drawers won't slam down, it will be straight on, okay? And I'll show you how I did mine. It's very simple too. Get your piece of cardboard. And on this one, even if you've used the cereal, you don't really have to, you know, double this particular one. What you really want to double with you use is the outside pieces of it, okay? All right, I'm just going to use any one of them. This one, for instance. First, I'm going to get my ruler, and this is about an inch. It's an inch ruler, okay? So I'm coming in here. Just that simple, ladies and gents. But let me get it. It just slips for me. Let me go inside. It's easier this way. There we go. And with a pen, I just go both sides. See? There's what I need. Whoopsie. Okay, now make sure you measure from the inside corner outside, because like I said, as we put this together, we kind of lose a little bit of the, you know, the inch. It still looks like it's gonna be fine to go ahead and put this in here. So, in other words, when I put this on, of course, the length of it, of course, but it's gonna fit just fine in here, and you're gonna have room for the other one to go in. But I think it needs just a tiny, tiny more, just a little sliver. So I'm gonna cut just a tiny, tiny bit more, barely anything, but I think it's gonna fit better that way. And this is why I don't cut these pieces with everything else, because, you know, I couldn't tell you exactly what you know, measurements on it. Okay, I'm going to cut it a little bit less than this, probably about 1/16 on either side less. This is what the length is. Now I'm going to cut about 1/16 on this side and 1/16 on this side. Now, before I put it in here, I'm going to put it in here, and let's see. Perfect. Okay. See what I mean? You have a little bit in here to get the board in there, and you're going to have in here also a little bit to put where this is going to go in and fit in there, okay? That's why it's done that way. I'm not going to put it in the back. I'm going to put it in the front, because for me, it goes straighter that way. And this doesn't matter, you know. I'll go ahead and put this up, the shiny part. So this is the top of it. So I'm going to go from end to end, just right at the line of the drawers, okay? And I'm just going to make a little line with the, I tell you, this is, there we go. All the way across. And now I'm going to put this right at the middle, I mean right on it. You can do it however it's easier for you to put it on. I'm going to do it with the drawers on, you know, facing me. And make sure you give it, and it's in there straight. Okay? And it is. I'm going to go ahead and blow it, you know, get it dry a little bit. It doesn't really take that long to put it together. It's just taking, you know, I think it takes longer just explaining how to go about it than if you do it by yourself. See, I'm going to be doing a lot of these little boogers, and this is going to be different. This don't take long, and that way, you know it's secure, and don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now another piece you gotta do is, see this little bit in here between the drawers. Okay. I'm gonna put again another piece in there, which will be the same size that we cut a while ago. Let me do the ruler again. And like I said, I don't tell you the dimensions of the extra pieces, because I don't know. I mean, yours could be completely different than mine. So, you know, it's not fair to tell you one thing when make them out. I check mine all the time, because even when you cut it, you can gain or lose, you know, width or length or whatever. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to make sure, actually, that comes right from here to the very top of this shelf, okay? So I'm gonna come here, and I get my pen. Nice thing about these ridges, almost you know, you can tell where to cut without having to go in there and, you know, pencil it. So here we go. Now let's see. Excuse me, this way. Okay, this way. Perfect. Now, but of course it's too long this way, right? Well, I'm just gonna measure it right there at the end of this line, which would be the top of the front of the console, and I'm going to cut. Okay, now this here should fit perfect right there, which it does. And that's gonna give it support. It's gonna go right in the middle, right there, between it, right smack between it. And then that way too, you get this piece not going anywhere. It's gonna stay straight, okay? Whoa, stay there, baby. Now you can use E6000 if you want to, but that's gonna take longer to dry. I do use E6000 on some of the parts. I have done it, and you really need to, but on something like this, not. Otherwise, you have to wait forever. Okay, I just want to make sure it's going to be there. And now right in the middle, I'm going to come in and bring it all the way up. Now, I cut it too short. See what I mean? Uh-oh, no problem. We'll do it again. Actually, see, I measure on the other side. I should have measured on this side. You gotta watch me. Okay, I'm sorry. Apparently, I measured from here to here. It needed to go in here. It's a little bit wider. So actually, it would be the width of the inch and the height. Okay, now we got it. Sorry. You gotta watch me. Now we got it. See? Okay, that's better. I thought it looked awful narrow, you know, but all right. I also need to put on the side. I'm just gonna do it both the side and the bottom, okay? There we go. And I'm gonna go in right in the middle and try to keep it straight if you can. Maybe better go this way. Alrighty. It's hard to do it when you turn around, you know, but hey, we'll do it. I just want it as straight as I can, and I think by George I got it. All right, see? It's all in there now. Got the little shelf, the partition to make it stronger, and then those little drawers is gonna go straight on, and they'll be able to lay it right in here, and they don't fall, so they're nice and straight, okay? Now that we got this, we can do this, and of course, just bring it on into this. If it's a little bit too big, which seems to be a little bit, it shouldn't, but it is, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a little bit in here. Not too much. In other words, from here to 0, basically. There we go. You do what you have to do. Like I said, it's just the way it is. Okay, there we go. Now this is gonna go in. Okay, and it's gonna be glued into, when we get it in, on top of the piece on the side, on either side, okay? And let me just a second. I might have to cut some more. See, they're both cut the same. This is what I don't understand sometimes. But hey, let's see. I just want to make sure I get it in there. Okay, I got it. So if you have to do little adjustments like I did, it's fine too. I don't know why I can cut it exactly. I measured it. Everything's exactly, and still sometimes you're gonna have a little bit of adjustment, which is okay. That's normal. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put right in here, right inside of it, on the sides of this and inside of it here, to glue it on there. But let me straighten this up a little bit. Oh, we got a friend coming up and see us. Neko's gonna join us today. I tell you, he's been, remember Garfield? He kind of reminds me of Garfield. He gets in trouble all the time. He is in trouble all the time, don't you, baby? I came down here, I came to my craft room this morning. I had bead jars, little things, containers all over the place. How he got it, I have no idea. No, baby. No. Okay. So, I'm doing it in here, over here, and all on here and in here, okay? Let me go ahead and cut a little sliver again. I see that I need to. And I think I'm happy with it now. It's not hard. It's just like everything. When you work on something small, it's a little bit hard, time consuming. Okay, so we got our sides, which is glued into the back. We have the shelf for the drawers, the partition, and now we're gonna glue that. I did all the adjustments I needed to do, and it should go in beautiful, and it does. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this in. We don't want, go ahead and get rid of the excess glue. There we go. And glue this part in here dried it. And now I want to make sure that this one is in really good too. And it's adjusted right in there. And everything is in there. And all the corners are flushed. And they are. There we go. And we have a little piece done. Now, if you have the time, which, I'm not going to take the time, but if you do have the time, put a little something heavy on it. It could be anything, just enough to push it down so that partition is gluing really good to the back. Okay, otherwise it might come out that way. But as you can see, it stays beautiful. It's not going to bother anything else. So now this piece in here is ready to be sanded, and how I sand it is with because this is shiny and we don't want shiny. This particular one has a texture which I just love. Can you tell the texture? It's just beautiful. If you don't want a texture, okay, fine, it's okay. Go ahead and slightly, give it some tooth on it, and then I use chalk paint first, and then I want to use my colors, okay? But if you have the tooth in it, you probably can just go ahead and use your acrylics. I just like the charcoal because it covers everything up, and then when I go with my color, it just, you know, it does very, very well. But I want to show you what I did to this with the tissue, and, you know, to give it that beautiful texture that it has. It's just gorgeous. And I did it, I almost didn't like it. I almost threw the whole thing to the trash. And I already had thrown the one of the legs out because I rip them up. You know, I'm one of those that if I don't like it, it's going in the trash. But then I thought, well, okay, let me wait until I get it done and then see. I love, love, love it. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's sanded, it's beautiful. But it's enough in there that when you give it a little bit of, you know, shadowing and stuff, it worked beautifully. So I love it. So I want to show you how to do that. So we're going to stop. This is going to be a short video. I want to review it really quick, okay? Get your pattern done. And the pattern could be anything you want. But if you want to do this, you already know the measurements. Cut out your little drawers, everything ready to go. And you're going to do the size first onto the back. Then on this front, you're gonna put that long piece that I show you how to do, 1 inch by 1 inch, I think. Well, it would be about almost 4 inches, but not quite, because remember we lose a little bit of it in here as we put the sides in. And then once you get it all in there, and the middle partition in here, you wanna glue it all into the back. If you need to trim a little bit here and there to fit better, it's okay, because that's what I have to do sometimes. And I mean, I had it all measured, literally, and it all measured the same. But see, somehow or other, when I put it on together, I still had to make some adjustments. So it is what it is. But let me tell you, this is just as strong as wood when you get done. And I'm talking about, I mean, oh, that hurt. I'm really doing it really hard, okay? It's not going anywhere, and that's what I wanted. And really, oh, so is this one. So anyway, so you know, don't be afraid to do it with paper because it's a lot of fun. And really, we help the you know, our planet, so it's great. I'll see you in a little bit in another video. Okay, bye bye.